Start with some opening prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so very festive season is going on. We're in the month of Kartik. Last week, we spoke about how important this month is, how auspicious this month is for doing any spiritual activity, especially offering a diya to a picture or a deity of Krishna or Damodar. So, today we're going to talk about the 5 days of Diwali. So the Sanskrit word of festival is Utsav, right? And the word Utsav, Ut means removal, and Sava means removal of worldly misery or grief. So actually in our Vedic culture, is full of festivals. So many festivals we have in the year. It's all an occasion of joy, celebration, and it's full of festivities, right? And human beings like to celebrate, they want to celebrate something um, every once in a while. There are occasions, these are occasions where we can enjoy ourselves, we can be happy. It's an opportunity to come and get together with family members. um, you know and even in everyday life we see that there are so many sporting events, sporting festivals, film festivals, and so many ways people like to come together and enjoy different things together. But if we don't put Krishna or God in the center, it becomes like an ordinary, it becomes reduced. Something such so wonderful becomes reduced to simply a social event, and we don't understand the true meaning, true value of the festivals, of the meaning behind these festivals. So, so if it's celebrated in a materialistic way, it can be it cannot have it cannot give us the full benefit of the festival and can sometimes lead to degradation. So understanding the meaning and understanding how to celebrate these festivals will give us the true meaning of these festivals. So these are occasions we can see in all the festivals, even Christmas, right? People, including Diwali, um, people exchange gifts. They give each other gifts. There's nice food, there's nice prasadam, and they wear new clothes, nice clothes during the occasion of Diwali. So it is an occasion to celebrate, and it is these festivals, Vedic festivals that come throughout the year. It is an occasion for us to remove our sorrow or grief, because as we are preparing for these festivals, our mind is engaged and we feel less hollow, while we're making preparations. And even this word holiday, that the actual meaning of holiday is actually a holy day. So it is a day when, one day a week, the Christians, they wanted so that they can use that day, holiday, like every Sunday, to focus their minds on God, so they can focus their they can dedicate that day when they're not working, when they're not doing anything else. They can focus their minds on God, and they can, dedicate their time for more meditation and, God conscious activities. So, similarly, it's important for us to know and to utilize these days properly. So, just like here, so we'll go to the next slide. So, you can see occasion of Diwali, lots of sweets, lots of firecrackers, right? Okay, all right. So Deepavali, what is the meaning of Deepavali? So the actual word is Deepavali. Diwali is the short form. It's basically shortening this word Deepavali. So Deep means light, and Avali means a row of lamps. So lighting a row of lamps is called Deepavali, and it's also called Deep Utsav. So it is a festival when lamps are lit. So in Vedic culture, when something is very auspicious or very joyous, very very wonderful is happening, the culture is that we will light a lamp. We will put fire on a ghee wick, and we light a lamp. So like when there's someone special who is visiting our home, even when children return home from a long journey, or when there is a new baby entering the house, or when there is a new, bride who is entering the house, any joyous occasion, any happy occasion, when Lord Ram returned from Ayodhya from his exile to Ayodhya, lamps were lit. So any happy occasion, um, you know, lamps are lit. Actually, it is Vedic tradition also on birthdays to light lamps, and not to blow out a lamp or to blow out a candle. So, so we can remember. So it actually means that, you're bringing, when you're lighting a lamp, you're bringing in auspiciousness, you're dispelling darkness, putting the darkness away. But when you're blowing a lamp, it's like you're inviting darkness. So why do you want to blow a lamp on the birthday? Keep the lamp lighting, and it will make your birthday very auspicious. Even Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita in 10.11 that he shows a special mercy to the devotees, because in their hearts, when devotees of the Lord keep Krishna in their hearts with the shining lamp of knowledge, he dispels all the darkness in the heart. So if we always hear about Krishna, when we chant about Krishna, we meditate on Krishna, um, all the darkness in our hearts is dispelled. So we'll go to the next slide. So Diwali, the celebration, actually starts a few days before the actual day. So most of us are in America here. Some of us are joining from the UK, I think, right? And so in America, I think tomorrow is the actual Diwali day, Deepavali day. But the first day actually begins a few days before. So, the moon in the lunar calendar, the moon is actually waning first, and then, there's a new moon day or a no moon day, Amavasya, and then it starts um, waxing again. So the 13th day of the waning moon is the very first day of Diwali, and it starts with Dhana Trayodashi, Also, other names are also Dhanteras or Dhanvantari Trayodashi. So, where do these words come from? We'll try to understand. Okay. Who remembers this pastime? Can anybody tell me which pastime is going on in the screen? Any ideas? Yes, Ruhanika and Aradhya.
The devtas and the Asurs are churning the mountain, and many things are coming out of it.
Yes, yes. So this is the Mandara mountain, right? And you can see who's this tortoise. Anybody remembers the tortoise? Samudra Manthan, yes. Who remembers the name of this tortoise? I'll give you a clue. Avatar of Vishnu. Yes, Dhruv.
Kurma avatar.
Kurma Avatar. Yes, this is Kurmadev. Kurmadev supported the Mandara mountain so that the demigods, so these are the demigods. You see, this is Lord Shiva, this is, all the various demigods are on this side, and these are all the demons. So they were churning the ocean of milk so that they can get nectar, and many things came out of this churning. So on this particular day, the very first day of Diwali, Dhanvantari Avatar. So he is also a incarnation of Vishnu actually. Vishnu has unlimited incarnations. And Dhanvantari Avatar is one of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu. And he is known as the god of medicine, Ayurved. He gave us the scripture of Ayurved. He taught us about Ayurved and healing. So he gave us a lot of information, a lot of knowledge about health. Who knows what is Ayurveda? Anybody has heard this word before? What is Ayurveda?
Ayurveda is basically a type of medicine that helps in healing.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Mahira. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Ayurveda. So, our Vedas or the scriptures or Vedic knowledge, there is a department of medicine, department of health, and Ayurveda provides us all that information. Do you see this is Dhanvantari Avatar? Do you see he has a pot in one of his hands? So that pot is the pot of nectar and pot of immortality. So the demons and the demigods, they were very much anxious to get this pot. Yeah, it's the Veda that tells us about medical stuff. Yes. So about health, right? So this pot is is the pot of immortality or nectar, which gives immortality. So when the demigods and the demons were churning the ocean of milk, they were waiting for this pot of nectar to come out. And before the nectar came, all the poison came out of the ocean. And after Lord Shiva drank the poison, then Dhanvantari came and he brought out the pot of nectar. Yes, Mahira, your hand is up.
Yeah, so I just wanted to tell that Ayurveda basically is the ancient Indian system of medicine that
Yes,
helps in treating diseases.
correct. It's the ancient. So we have modern medicine and then we have the ancient Indian Vedic system of medicine. So Dhanvantri was on this particular day he appeared and he provided us the knowledge of Ayurveda. He actually passed it on to his disciple Shushruta. And this particular day in India is also celebrated as National Ayurveda Day. And a lot of Ayurvedic practitioners, if you go to Ayurvedic hospitals, you will see that they actually, pray and worship Dhanvantari avatar of Vishnu. They worship him so that because he is the one who has provided all this knowledge to them. So the other thing, this day, the very first day of Diwali is also called Dhan Trayodashi. So it is the day when Lakshmi Devi, so many things, many auspicious things came out of this ocean of milk during the churning of the ocean. And one of the many things and people or many personalities that also came out of this ocean was Lakshmi Devi. And as soon as she came out, she married Vishnu. So, so basically, Lakshmi Devi, she is never worshipped alone. So that's why, so because she's the goddess of wealth, that's why it is called Dhana Trayodashi. Trayo means three, Dash means 10. So 13th day, Dhana Trayodashi. So because it is a day when Lakshmi Devi came, so it is called Dhana Trayodashi also. So here we can see that Lakshmi Devi is getting, as soon as she came out of the ocean of milk from the churning. Who remembers the name of this snake in the churning of the ocean of milk? Anyone recalls? We had covered this in the beginning of the year. Yes, Nandika, Nandini?
Kaunami?
No. Okay, I'll give you a clue. It starts
Vasuki.
with a V.
Vasuki.
Vasuki, yes.
Vasuki. The king of the serpents.
Yeah, king of serpents. So Vasuki is around this Mandara mountain, and Kurmadev is supporting the mountain from below so the mountain doesn't sink. And we can see Lakshmi Devi came out of this ocean of milk with the churning, and she immediately married Lord Vishnu. And it is said that Goddess Lakshmi is never worshipped alone. She's always engaged. What is the duty of Lakshmi Devi? What does she do in Vaikuntha? What does she always do there? Anybody knows?
Maybe she stays with Lord Vishnu the whole time and seva for him.
Yes. What kind of seva does she do? Anybody knows? What is her eternal service? Always doing.
She massages his feet.
Yes, she's massaging Lord Vishnu's feet eternally without a break. That is her service because her husband, Lord Vishnu, is her worshipable Lord, and and therefore she's always engaged in the service of Vishnu. And therefore, if we ever get any wealth, if we ever have a lot of wealth, we should always use it in the service of Krishna because that is what Lakshmi Devi becomes pleased with. So on this particular day, actually, many people they buy gold, they buy silver, or some metal they buy with the wealth that they have, and they can offer it to Krishna. They can use it in the service of Krishna. And many people they also put lamps in the sky. They hang some lamps, and they also worship Tulsi Devi with a lamp. And there's actually an interesting story about this particular day, the very first day. And the story, you probably have heard this before, or you probably are hearing it for the first time. The story is about King Hema, and this king, he had a son. The son was a prince, and this son's astrology, somebody had taken out, had read the astrology of this prince, and they said that on the fourth day of his marriage, he is going to be killed by a snake bite. So, this prince was newly married. Somehow or the other, his new bride, his wife, the princess, she got to know about his predicament, that on fourth day of marriage he's going to be bitten by a snake and he's going to die. So so she started thinking, what should I do, what should I do? So this princess, she was very wealthy. She had a lot of mountains and mountains of gold. She had so she put all these, all her wealth around the house, and she also lit a lot of lamps around the house. So she had a plan in mind how to protect her husband from death. So the god of death, his name is Yamraj. So god of death, he came on according to what is written in his astrology. He came on the fourth day of this particular prince, um, fourth day of his marriage. He came and he was ready to take him to Yamaloka. Yamaloka means abode of Yamraj, where all the people who leave this world first after death, they go to Yamaloka first. So, when he came, Yamaraj, Lord of Death, when he came, he saw that everywhere, there is such bright gold, there's such bright silver, and all the lamps are so bright that it's lighting, it is the glare is affecting, he couldn't see properly from all the lights. Therefore, Yamraj was warded off. He went away because he couldn't take it. And therefore, uh, the wife of this prince, young prince, that's how she saved his life. And therefore, even we, on very first day of Diwali, day one, we also purchase something, some metal, gold, silver, or yellow metal, brass, and we light a lot of lamps in the house, outside the house, and we keep the lights on so that we can also ward off um, Yamraj from coming into our life. So it brings auspiciousness. So this is one of the stories for day one. So as we can see, the festival of lights is not only on the day of Diwali, but it starts few days before. But the devotees in Kartik, they offer lamps every single day. They light a lamp every single day and not only on the Diwali day. So this was the first one, day one. So Dhanvantri Avatar and Lakshmi Devi appeared. Then day two. Day two is known as Narak Chaturdashi, which is today actually here where we are in the US. And it is also called Choti Diwali. And for some people, some parts of India, South India, they celebrate this as the main Diwali. So, so this is the 14th day of the waning moon. And this day, there's a story from the 10th canto of Bhagavatam about a demon called Narkasur or Bhaumasur. So, Narkasur, his mother is Bhumi Devi or Earth Planet or Bhaumasur. That's how he gets his name, Bhaumasur. So, son of Bhumi is Bhaumasur. So, and can you guess who is the father from this picture? father of Narkasur? Any ideas? The answer is in the somebody who has not answered. Yes, Nandini, Nandika?
Wait. Um, Varahadev?
Yes, this is Varadev. So you remember Hiranyaksh,
Yes, Hiranyaksh.
the demon Hiranyaksh? He took Bhumi Devi and he submerged her in the bottom of the Garbhodaka ocean. And when Varahadev came,
It
when
was Varadev who came to save Bhumi from the
yes,
demon. It was also mentioned in the movie.
yes, yes, yeah. If anybody saw Narsimha Dev movie, Mahavatar
That was me.
yes. So there is the story of how Varahadev rescued Bhumi Devi from the bottom of the Garbhodaka ocean. So it is said that when his tusks, you see, he has tusk, when it touched the Earth planet, that was how Narakasur or Bhaumasur was born. So Bhaumasur, unfortunately, he turned out to be a very bad um, person. He turned out to be a demon, and sometimes that can happen. This is an example of how one of the sons of the Lord himself is a demon. And we saw that when Bhaumasur was born, he created a havoc everywhere. He troubled the demigods so much. He took away the umbrella of Varuna, who is the god of the ocean. He stole the earrings of Aditi, who is the mother of demigods. And Indra, who is the king of the heavenly planets of Svargaloka, he was so frustrated that he approached Krishna in Dwarka. So the story actually comes in Krishna book. It comes in 10th canto of Bhagavatam. So, so basically, Krishna in Dwarka, he said, "Okay, I will help you, Indra." So he took with him one of his queens, Satyabhama. He sat on his carrier Garuda. So you can see here, Garuda is, you can see Krishna and Satyabhama. So Krishna had 8 queens already. He was married uh, to 8 queens, and one of the queens he took with him, Satyabhama, and he sat on Garuda, and he went and he approached the kingdom of Bhaumasur. The kingdom's name was Prag Jyotishpur. So this kingdom was very powerful. Lot of forts, lot of strong buildings and walls were there. So you can see here Krishna, one by one, he destroyed all the fortifications of Bhaumasur's kingdom, this demon's kingdom. There were gas walls, there were barbed wires, there was a water moat. So one by one,
Krishna can do this.
yeah, so one by one, Krishna he destroyed all these fortifications. And as he was, there was a whole water moat, between, you probably have seen this from many of these princess movies or, books, that between a fort and between, the land, sometimes there is a big pool of water, and they have crocodiles in that water, or they have some demons in that water and monsters in the water. So this particular moat of Bhaumasur's kingdom had a demon in the water, five-headed demon. You can see him in this picture. His name was Mura. So Mura demon was here. So Krishna, as he was approaching the kingdom of Bhaumasur, he killed this five-headed Mura demon who fought. They had a big battle, Mura and Krishna, and that's how Krishna got his name Murari. So Mura is the name of the demon. Ari means enemy. So Murari means enemy of Mura demon. So that's how Krishna got one of his many, many, many names, Murari. So here we can see that could happen. And then he entered the kingdom. And of course, Bhaumasur was very angry that Krishna has come and he's destroying everything in my kingdom. He's destroying all the barbed wires, everything, all the protections that I have set up around my kingdom. Krishna is destroying one by one. So he he got very frustrated, and he also came and he approached Krishna and started to battle with Krishna. So you can see there is in the second picture here, there is a battle going on. And finally, Krishna, he took his Sudarshan Chakra and he cut the head of Bhaumasur. So you can see this was the end of Bhaumasur. So in Bhaumasur's kingdom, he had recently kidnapped 16,100 princesses. So there's beautiful princesses,
I
16,100.
I had asked that in the chat.
Oh, really? I
I had,
haven't yet looked
but
at that.
I accidentally had put 1,600
Yes, yes, good.
in my book. In the book we have.
Yes, this is the story is there in the Krishna book.
We also saw those two pictures in the book.
Yes, yes, that's right. So here we can see that Krishna, he rescued 16,100 princesses from the kingdom of Bhamasur. He recently captured them, so he had not married them. So when these princesses, when they saw the beauty of Krishna, they immediately wanted to marry him. And Krishna, he didn't marry them yet, but he called Dwarka. He took them to Dwarka and he asked his people at Dwarka to make arrangements for marriage with these 16,100 princesses. So, so then what happened once? So as they were returning, the main reason why this battle even happened was because Indra had approached Krishna for help, and because Bhaumasur had stolen so many things from the demigods. So Krishna one by one returned everything to the demigods, the earrings of Aditi and the the umbrella of Varuna, so many things that Bhaumasur had stolen, he gave them all back to the demigods, and he returned all the valuables. And Satyabhama, she saw one tree in the heavenly planets. So she saw one tree. This tree is a beautiful tree. It's called a Parijata tree. I'll show you a picture. So here you see this is Krishna, this is Satyabhama, and this is the tree. Okay, and this tree has many fragrant flowers, very beautiful smell of this flowers, parijata. And you will not, in those days, this tree was only there in the heavenly planets. It was not there on earth. So Satyabhama, she wanted that tree. So actually, what happened was one of Krishna's other queens, Rukmini, uh, Narad Muni had once given her a parijata flower. And Satyabhama, when she saw that, she also wanted a parijata flower. So Krishna said, don't worry, I will give you a whole tree. I will give you a whole parijata tree, not just a flower. So, so when Satyabhama saw that tree, she picked up the tree and they started leaving for the heavenly planet. Sorry, for the earth planet. And Indra, he became very angry. He said, how can you take our tree? This tree belongs to the heavenly planets, doesn't belong to the earth planet. You should not take this tree. And unfortunately, there was a battle between the demigods and Krishna. And Krishna won that battle. But you can see that how this is the nature of the materialistic mind. Krishna just did a favor for them. He just killed this Bhaumasura demon, and still, because we can understand that heavenly planets are still in the material realm. So there is still a risk that there is a materialistic mindset and not being able to express enough gratitude for someone who has just saved them. So there's a battle between Indra and Krishna again, and but Krishna won it, and they brought the tree. And after bringing the tree to Dwarka, Krishna saw that there are 16,100 princesses waiting, and all the arrangements for marriage are made, and he married these 16,100 princesses, and he was already having 8 queens before this. So the names are, one of them is Rukmini, one of them is Satyabhama, Jambavati, Kalindi. So like this, there are 8 queens of Krishna, and now he had 16,108 queens. So, so we can see that only God can do this. So somebody will ask that what kind of a God is he? What kind of a God is this person? Why does he have so many wives? But actually, we can see that this is proof that Krishna is God, because who can maintain so many wives? It's so difficult to maintain one wife. So, who can marry and keep them all happy? Only God can do that. So that is the story of Satyabhama and the Parijata tree, and this was after the killing of Narakasur. So, this is for Choti Diwali, Narak Chaturdashi, which was the day after Dhanteras or Dhanvantari Trayodashi. Okay, next is the actual day, the Deepavali day. So this is the 15th day of the waning moon or new moon day. So just keep in mind that we're talking about the lunar days and not solar days. So not all lunar days have 24 hours. Some tithis are longer and some tithis are shorter. So sometimes, some of these days overlap and some of these stories overlap. So and some cultures will accept one day before, and other cultures will accept one day after for, say, appearance of Lakshmi Devi. So many will do Lakshmi Puja on this day, on day 3, on the actual Deepavali day. But this day 3 of Deepavali is more famous, or is also famous, for Lord Ram's return to Ayodhya. So many people do Lakshmi Puja on this particular day. Many of them they worship goddess Lakshmi. But remember, as devotees, we always worship Lakshmi Devi with Vishnu, with Narayan, because that is what pleases her the most. We worship Lakshmi Narayan, and so this is Lakshmi Puja is done on day 3 of Diwali, and we can see that this Lord Ram is returning from Lanka to Ayodhya on this particular day. So after 80s, it is said that there are 87 days of battle. On the day of Dashera, on the day of Vijay Dashmi, there were Lord Ram killed Ravana, and about 18 to 20 days later, on the day of Deepavali, he returned to Ayodhya. So we can see here in this picture, actually, so what all happened, for what everybody is wondering, why did it take him so long? Why didn't he just kill Ravana and then return to Ayodhya? Why did he wait for 18 to 20 days in between? So the Shera, the structure of Ravana is burnt, right, to commemorate, to remember how Lord Ram killed Ravan. So we can see here that Lord Ram, so many things happened in between. So Lord Ram, he had asked Lakshman to cremate Ravana, to bury or to, perform the final rites for Ravana, to pacify the wives of Ravana, and also to install Vibhishan as the king of Lanka. So Ram, because he was in exile, because his father had, told him to go on exile, he was not supposed to enter any city. So he did not enter Lanka to to fight Ravan, and also and to not to coronate Vibhishan also, and also he did not enter Kishkinda. Remember when there was coronation of Sugriva, he did not enter Kishkinda also. So so now he told um, Lakshman to cremate Ravana, to coronate Vibhishan as the new king of Lanka. And Vibhishan said, please come, please stay with us, and let us give you proper respects and proper reciprocation. But Lord Ram was very anxious to return to Ayodhya. And that's when Vibhishan said, okay, I will give you this Pushpak Viman. So you can see here, there's a Pushpak Viman, or a swan carrier, which actually belonged to Kubera. And Kuber is also half brother of Ravan. And Ravan, he actually snatched this special Viman, this special carrier or aeroplane of Kubera, and he stole it from him. So so that's how this but and now this had come under the possession of Vibhishan. So Vibhishan offered it to Ram. So Ram said that I don't need it. I just need it till I get to Ayodhya, but after that I will return it back to you. So he took everyone, he Sugriva, and then Sita, she did the Agni Pariksha, all that had already gotten over. And and then we can see here that you know all the demigods, they also, before, this is before they had left Lanka, they're still in Lanka, they are just about to enter the Pushpak Viman. And the demigods, they all were so tired of Ravan, and when Ravan was killed, they were all very happy. They approached
We can't see the photo.
you can't see the photo?
Yeah, we can't.
How many of you can't see the photo? Is it
We
only
can we can see the last one, but we can't see this one.
Which
Like the one.
photo? This one? I can see it's like
right? Yeah,
clouds.
right now, yeah, that's the one which is
Yeah, I see
I
it.
yeah. I don't have a picture of the scene in Lanka. So we're just talking about the Pushpak Viman right now. So basically, what happens is they ask Lord Ram that what can we do for you? You killed Ravana for us. What should we do for you? So Lord Ram said that okay, can you please revive all these monkeys who have died in battle? Please revive them from death. So Indra said, okay, that is very difficult, but I will still do it for you. And he revived all the monkeys. So there's this Viman, this carrier of Pushpak Viman was very special. It could expand. So all the monkey army, all the bears, the monkeys, everybody came with Ram, Lakshman, Sita, Hanuman, and they started traveling. So Lord Ram was showing Sita and all the monkeys that this was Lanka. This is where we defeated Ravana and Indrajit and all his people. And then this is how we traveled. And he showed them Rameshwaram. This is how we built the bridge. And then he traveled further and he showed that this is Kishkinda. And in Kishkinda, he showed that all the monkeys, they wanted their wives also to come. So Lord Ram said, no problem, we will take your wives also. The Pushpak Viman expanded further, and the wives of the monkeys also came from Kishkinda. And as they were traveling, Lord Ram showed them Panchavati, and he showed them the different places that this is where, I killed Khar and Dushan, and this is where Lakshman cut the nose of Shurpanakha. So all this was done, and then they arrived finally with the Pushpak Viman at the ashram of Bharadwaj Rishi. So Bharadwaj Rishi is one of the saintly people that Ram had met before leaving, during the exile. So Bharadwaj Rishi, this is where Lord Ram told Hanuman two things. One, go and find Guha, one of the servants who had helped Ram during the exile. And second is, and inform him of my arrival. And second is, go and meet Bharat and inform him of my arrival. And when you meet Bharat, observe his facial expressions. Make sure carefully if he is pleased with my arrival or not. And if there is any sign of attachment to kingdom of Ayodhya, to the throne, then let me know, and I will very happily let him rule Ayodhya. So when Hanuman, of course, we all know, we've been doing Ramayana series. We know that actually Bharat, he was so heartbroken that Ram went on exile, that he did not live in the palace. He gave up his princely clothes. He lived in tree bark, and he lived in Nandigram outside of Ayodhya. So Hanuman, when he came back, he told Lord Ram that actually Bharat, when I told him about your arrival, he was overjoyed. So he's waiting for your return. And as he was leaving, Bharadwaj Rishi, he was very pleased with Lord Ram, and he said, can I give you any boon? So Lord Ram said that on the pathway between your ashram and Nandigram, please fill it full of fruit and honey so that all the monkeys, the monkey army, can, enjoy nice fruit and honey on the way back to Ayodhya. So this is how Lord takes care of everyone, including he even thought about the monkey should have enough to eat. So they walked actually from Nandigram to Ayodhya. They had walked, and we can see here that they entered finally Ayodhya city, and actually the citizens of Ayodhya were preparing many days before. The word spread very quickly that Lord Ram is coming, he's on the way. And they cleaned Ayodhya or the city, their homes. They made it spick and span. They lit up lights everywhere, lamps everywhere, all over the streets, and they put rangoli everywhere, and all the houses were lit up. And this is the tradition in India also. Few days before Diwali, everybody does a nice cleaning of their house, a maha cleaning, and they invite, this is to invite Lord Ram into their homes. So similarly, as devotees, we also clean our hearts very nicely so that Lord Ram can come and stay in our hearts also. Okay, so we'll move on. So this is also a day we celebrate Damodar Leela. We remember Damodar Leela. We already heard the pastime in the last class. And so this is the whole month of Kartik. Actually, we worship Lord Damodar with a ghee lamp. But this is the day Damodar Leela happened. That is day 3, Deepavali day. And also, this is a day, sometimes some people say it happened on Deepavali day, some people say it happens the next day on Pratipad. This is when Bali Maharaj surrendered to Vamandev. We already discussed this in the story of Bali Maharaj. And also, it is said the 5 Pandavas had returned to Hastinapur on Diwali day. So, this is another story. And then day 4 is actually the Pratipad. So now we're in the waning moon. Now we're in the waxing moon. The first day of the waxing moon is Govardhan Puja, and this is the famous pastime of Krishna lifting the Govardhan hill. He is, Nand Maharaj. He did this to kill the pride of Indra. So Indra had become very proud. He was the king of the heavens, and Krishna wanted to do this. Nand Maharaj was preparing for Indra Puja, and he had prepared many items to offer to Indra. And Krishna said, let's worship Govardhan hill instead. And Indra got very angry. He took his Samvartaka clouds and he tried to destroy, flood Vrindavan with lot of rain. And and we can see for 7 days, 7 nights, Krishna on his tiny finger of the left hand, the little finger, he carried Govardhan hill for 7 days and 7 nights. And finally, Indra had to come down and apologize to Krishna that actually I didn't realize that you are Supreme Lord Vishnu himself and you are here. And I'm so sorry that I tried to destroy your family members. And on this day, devotees, they create a hill of food and they offer to Krishna, and everybody brings a small, small preparation, and that's why it's called Annakut. So, this is how Govardhan Puja is celebrated. And then the last day of Diwali is known by many names. It's the Dvitiya, second day of the waxing moon, of the, yeah, waxing moon, I think. Yeah. So this is day 5, and this is also known as Bhai Dooj. In some cultures, it's known as Bhratri Dvitiya. In some cultures, it's known as Bhau Beej. So this actually is celebrating a famous story that happened on this day. Is a story of Yamraj and Yamuna. Yeah. So on this particular day, Bhai Dooj, the last day of Diwali, sisters, they worship their brothers. So I don't know how many brothers and sisters are on this call, but we can see here that sisters, they nicely worship their brothers. They decorate the forehead of the brother with a nice tilak, a nice kumkum, and they offer them a nice feast. And this is how this day is celebrated. So we can see here the story behind this is there was the sun, so Surya Dev and Chaya Devi, they had twin children, and the names of these twin children were Yamraj and Yamuna. So Yamraj is the demigod of death. His duty is to take care of all the people who are dying on the earthly planet, and even heavenly planets also. And Yamuna Devi is the river. She's a devotee of Lord Krishna. So we can see here their brother and sister, they're twin children, and they are, what happens here in this story is Yamuna Devi, she invites Yamraj for a nice feast. She tells Yamraj, her brother, to come visit her, and she feeds him very nicely. She pleases him, she worships him, she invites him very nicely, and she decorates him with tilak. And Yamraj becomes so happy with her that he tells Yamuna Devi that whoever worships their brother in such a way, they will never see me at the time of death. So, which means that they will be elevated to the position of, Krishna consciousness, where one can go back to the spiritual world. So, if the sisters, if they nicely worship their brothers on this day and invite them nicely, offer them nice foodstuffs, cook something nice for them on this particular day, and offer them some tilak and some sweets, and please them. Uh, they will never see Yamraj at the time of death. And it is so this is, you see the deities here in the pink picture wearing the pink outfits. This is actually a temple of Yamuna and Yamraj. It's called Yamuna Temple, and it is located in Mathura near Vishram Ghat. And in this temple, Yamuna Devi and Yamraj, this is the only brother sister temple that you will see in all of Vraj or all of India actually. That the only brother sister temple that exists of Yamraj and Yamuna Devi. And this is noted, this is in Vishram Ghat. And many devotees, people during Kartik, when they visit Vrindavan, they will take a nice dip in the Yamuna river and they will pray for their brothers that may they be elevated to a position where they can worship Lord Krishna, worship our worshipable Lord Krishna. So this is Bhai Dooj or Bhratri Dvitiya or Baubiz. Different cultures have different names for this festival where the sisters worship brothers. So these are the many, many pastimes, many wonderful things happen during Diwali, during this wonderful festival. And wishing you all a happy Diwali. Would you all like to share what is your favorite thing about Diwali and which was your favorite pastime? Which story did you like the best? Or which story you enjoy remembering the best? Anybody would like to share? Yes, Atisha, you want to start?
The milk churning.
The churning of the milk ocean? Yes. Thank you for sharing. And what's your favorite thing about Diwali?
When we light all the candles.
When you light the lamps, the candles? That's so nice. Okay. Yes, Nandini, Nandika?
I like rangolis and firecrackers and
That's
sparkles.
that's really nice. It's wonderful. And which story do you like best? There's so many stories that have.
I like all of them, but I like Ramayan. Yeah, we like Ramayan best.
Yes. I think both of you are experts at Ramayan. You should actually be teaching us
Yes.
Ramayan class. Okay, thank you.
We watched Ramayan at the Love and Kush part. Like,
Got it. Okay. All right. Ayushman, you want to share?
Yeah, so what I like to do on Diwali is that I like to do fireworks and the story I like is when Krishna with the pinky held the Govardhan hill.
Yes, that's a beautiful story. Very important story. Yes. Dhvani, you want to share?
I'm making Rangoli, and when I see the firework, when I third day of Diwali.
That's so nice. Thank you for sharing. And which story did you like?
Last one.
The last one, Yam and Yamuna story? Yamraj and Yamuna?
Yes.
Yes, and you have a brother too, so you can do something nice for him, right?
Yes, so I love making rangolis and bursting crackers and decorating my home on Diwali.
That's wonderful, Mahira. Thank you for sharing. And which story is your favorite?
I like the story when Lord Ram kills Ravana.
Yes. Yes, that happened on the Shera. Yes, thank you. Okay, and then who else do we have? I think Ruhanika and Aradhya also wanted to share. Your hand was up before, right?
I like to make rangolis and decorate my home on Diwali.
That's so nice.
And the story I liked was Ramayan.
Yes.
The coming back on Diwali, the third day.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, and I know Nitya's hand was up also. Yes, Nitya. Do you want to share something, Nitya?
The story, the last story.
The story of Yamuna and Yamraj?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and I know you also have a brother, Rohan. So you can also nicely please him, worship him, and then you can get the blessings of Yamraj. That's so wonderful. All right. Anybody else wants to share? I think Ansh didn't share so far. Ansh and Dhruv.
I liked. I just. I don't know.
What is your favorite thing to do on Diwali?
Do Karthik do like Diya to God?
Damodarashtakam?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Ansh likes to offer diya to Lord Damodar. And what's your favorite story from today's class?
The Ramayan one where Hanuman goes to meet Bharat.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Thank you.
On on Diwali, I like bursting crackers and decorating our home.
Yes, thank you, Dhruv.
My favorite story was the one with Yamuna and Yamraj.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yes, that's a special story for brothers and sisters. And I think Ashi didn't share. Ashi, you want to share your favorite story and what is your favorite thing to do on Diwali?
I love to celebrate Diwali with my family, like do fireworks, eat, give food to like Bhagwan.
Yes, that's so nice. And which story did you like from today?
Ramayan.
The Ramayana story. It's wonderful. Who didn't share? I think Satya didn't share. Satya, we're waiting for you.
Um, I like doing fireworks on Diwali, and my favorite story was when Krishna held the hill on his pinky.
Yeah, Govardhan. Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful. I don't know who iPhone is on the call. Maybe you can unmute and introduce yourself if you're available. But if not, that's okay. But thank you, everyone. Wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Diwali. Now you know why you're celebrating each day of Diwali, and you can share these stories with your family members. Okay? All right. Hare Krishna. We'll see you next week.
Hare
One-
Krishna.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.